What up? I'm back. Today is the 8th of September. The 8th of September. Dude, I'm tired as crap, bro. I'm so tired. I didn't paint. Like I wanted to. I really wanted to bad, and I'm beat, bro. I'm so tired. For some reason, my body's been waking up really early, which is fine, but then I go to sleep, so I'm only sleeping a few hours, and then I'm up, and I had to be somewhere today at 9, so I had to go take care of something, dude, and dude, it made me laugh. It made me laugh. To be honest with you, I had to go to like a court thing, and I had an order of protection against somebody, dude. And so I ended up sitting there. I didn't even get to do the thing until like 11. And so it was crazy, man. Like, I'm sitting here. So being that I have a degree in criminal justice anyways, like I've always been infatuated with law. You know, I've always thought about becoming a judge just because the way that I see things and I see the world, I know I'd be pretty decent at it. I'd be pretty good at it. I'd be really good at it. I would probably be the best. However, after today, it's like, dude, Cody, you have so much compassion for people. Because I was just watching. And I understood. So when I started changing and I started having compassion for myself, I instantly had compassion for the rest of the world. And it's a hell of a strength, man. It's because it only engulfs like real love. And you know, as you meet me, as people meet me, and you truly meet me in the flesh, in the presence, you will understand what I am and who I am. By listening to my stuff, you can assume all day long, but until you meet me, until you step into my presence, until you step into my power, until you step into my world, you will not truly understand. And the people from my past don't understand, because I have not seen them. I've not seen them for a year. But if they see me, and when they step into my presence, they will understand who is truly in charge now. Who has the power? Who is healed? And they will know that it's me. But it took a lot of work. And they will understand and know that I'm always in control. And I'm not going to put up with any pettiness, because there's no need for it. And if you have a problem with me, it's something with you, because I am doing nothing but loving you. I'm going to do nothing but smile. I'm going to do nothing but hold the door for you. That's me. I have no ill will. I have none of this stuff, but I'm not going to deal with the pettiness of someone who needs to grow up. And it's actually backwards. It's someone who needs to go back and heal that little version, that little kid of them. And I understood it today just so much more. Every day, like I said, every day is a healing journey, dude. And it's tiring, man. I'm tired. I'm resting, and I wanted to paint, and I just couldn't do it. I was, man, as much as I want to paint, and as tired as I am, how I like to push myself when I'm tired, today I was like, I can't do it. I gotta listen to my body and my mind. And so I just kind of chilled and laid in my bed for, I don't know, 30 minutes or something. And then now I'm out here talking. I was going to try and go to sleep, but I was like, man, if I go to sleep now, I'm going to be sleeping till who knows. And this will be quick. This will probably be a short one, and maybe an hour, and then whatever. But the day was cool, man. So I'm in court. Dude, I'm posted up in the corner. Dude, I'm comfortable as hell. Like, enjoying this, because, like, to me, I love human beings. I love every aspect of them. It's brilliant. It's brilliant, the stories that we create in our heads, and then we go off of what we believe, you know, and that's the only way I can see it, because I don't concoct lies per se. However, I could be disillusioned in something, right? Being that I don't know the other story. And so, you know, that was the old version of Cody, who could have created this fantasy in my head about this and that. And now, this version of Cody, I know exactly how I feel with every human being on every situation. If I'm like somebody and I want to spend time with them and I have true feelings for them, it is what it is. Even if they don't have the same, it doesn't matter. I'm not disillusioned. I hope that they have feelings for me. I hope they would reciprocate it, but I'm not disillusioned that they do or they do not. It is what it is. I trust that they're going to be who they are. And whatever decisions that they make, I trust that they're going to make that decision. And if I like somebody and I'm inspired by them, or they're my muse, or I get inspiration from them, I do. But it doesn't mean I'm going to go out and follow them and any of that stuff. Like, I don't have time for that. I'm not going to try and earn their love. I don't have time for that. You know, I'm still working on myself, and that's just a weird, broken human way of, I don't know, it's weird to me. It's weird to stalk people and, like, find out what they're doing all the time, and that's weird. But it's semi-attractive, I guess, to think someone likes you like that, but I don't know. That's just kind of the old, I mean, it's cool. I don't know. The only thing is, I'm so comfortable in who I am. I know that if there was people like that, all you have to do is come and talk to me, and we can talk, we can have fun, we can have a relationship, whether it's a friendship or more. It doesn't matter. I just want you to grow. I want you to become the best version of yourself, and if you just come into me and we can spend time together, and hopefully I can plant seeds and inspire and teach you to grow. And because the purpose of you is to become your max potential, because that's what the most fun is. That's where you can do the most good. So you can help people, you can inspire, and you can enjoy life on the way. You know, that's the whole point, is enjoying yourself here in the time that you're given. But whatever, man. I'm sitting there just watching these people, man, and they make me laugh, dude. And you know what's so weird is, I'm sitting in this corner on the front row, boom, on the right corner, and it's like everyone kept looking at me, like the people that, like the defendants and the prosecutor person or whatever, they're in these hearings, kept looking at me. I'm like, dude, I'm watching. I'm just enjoying it. I'm over here kicked back. If I had some food and some popcorn, I'd have been having fun, bro. You know? And I'm just enjoying it, because it's like I'm trying to read these people. Like, I'm excited. Like, I'm trying to see who's telling the truth, who's really doing what, who's the aggressor, who's not the aggressor. Like, what's really happening here? Because everyone's story is their story. And depending on what their goal is, or their outcome is, like, that's whatever. And then you have a judge that sits in the middle, and she has to listen to this, and she has to decipher based on evidence, preponderance of evidence, you know, what she assumes or thinks based on the information she is given, you know, hard copy, real evidence, not hearsay, how she's going to rule on this. And, dude, I loved it. I loved every second of it. It was so hilarious to me, man. And it's sad, though. I mean, it's mixed in sadness. It's mixed in straight pettiness. You know, straight Tom Petty. And I think overall, it was more Tom Petty than anything else. And but I'm still engulfed, because the aspect of humans, the aspect of two different perspectives, the aspect of different goals, the aspect of, you know, maybe an honest person and a deceitful person. And there's so many variables, and I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And then it kind of, after kind of sitting through it, I was like, you know, I don't even know if I would want to be a judge, based on the fact that I have to deal with all these people's pettiness. When I'm such a truth sayer, I only want truth, because all the west of the time is a waste. And it's just a waste of my time. And my time is precious. And I don't want to deal with a bunch of adults that are still broken little kids that are just trying to, you know, and it sucks, because I want to protect people and I want to help them. And but it's still just very frustrating, because it's like, I've healed through my damage. I've healed through my trauma. I've healed through all my past. And it's like, that's what these people need. That's what these people need, is to go through something like that so they can heal and then have this higher perspective, where they don't want to waste their time on this pettiness. Oh, my baby's daddy did this. My baby's daddy, your baby's daddy. All kinds of just messed up, childish games with just unhealed humans have created their own world with all this conflict that is never going to be resolved until people begin to be healed and look at it like I do. Like, that's petty. I don't want any part of it. I just want to be happy. I want to take care of my kids. I want to just whatever we can do to co-parent together. Like, what's the best solution? Not this pettiness. And because it's all straight pettiness, man. It's really embarrassing on the human race, to be honest with you. And even though as much fun as I had in it, like, half of me was like, dude, this is so sad. And because there's always two sides to the story, you know. And I talk about both, and I talk about a lot of it where, like, a husband feels neglected, and then a woman is just a little bit more emotional and maybe sees things in her own mind, and or maybe the stuff is really happening to her, but, you know, who knows? And it goes back and forth. I also watched what the people were wearing, because that tells a lot of clues. It's subconscious clues that you don't understand. Like, depending on the colors that they wear. I didn't even dress up. I don't have anything nice to wear. And even if I do, I don't really give a fuck. And I thought about that going today. I was like, you know, I got a pair of jeans that got some paint on it. They're actually halfway clean. And then I just grabbed a gray Under Armour shirt, long sleeves. And I was like, you know, right now it's about the cleanest clothes I have, because I've been doing a job and just ruining my clothes lately. And doing drywall and painting and stuff. So I'm going to have to buy some more shirts next week. Some clean ones that I can keep clean, you know. And you know, that's frustrating to me too, is because, like, I want to feel nice. I want to dress nice, but it's like I'm still stuck in this old way of life where I constantly have to get fucking dirty, man. And it's very frustrating. It's very frustrating where I can't do this, whatever. I don't know. I mean, it's part of my life, and I'm always going to paint, so I'm always going to have to, like, have clothes with paint on it. It's just in the discussion, but it's just kind of frustrating. It's frustrating because, like, I know who I am, and I want to be presentable. Not for anyone else per se, but just for me. I want to be wearing nice clothes. I want to be fucking clean. And, whatever. That has nothing to do with anything. But, like, going to court today, I know that my presence outstands myself. It doesn't matter. When I open my mouth and my tongue speaks, it says everything it needs to say. Because it's not just saying. It's the totality of who I am. And, it was just funny. It was funny. And I was sitting there, and I was just getting tired of sitting there, because it was 2 hours, man. Like, I was watching the clock, and I was like, dude, I'm wasting so much time. But at the same time, I'm, like, trying to make the best of it. And just watch these human beings, and just watch and enjoy the show. Because honestly, that's what it is. Number one, it's a kangaroo court that is make-believe. And the judicial system is make-believe. And it only has power because you surrender to it. And all these governments and all this stuff, it's all fake. I hope you guys understand this. It's what you allow to have power over you has power over you. If you give something power, if you assume that something is real, it will be real. If you give something authority, then it will have authority over you. It's like Cody right now. I had to go in there because this was part of my old life, that I had something, an order of protection against somebody, and so I didn't want to deal with it, you know. But they called me last week and said whatever. And I was like, okay, whatever, I'll go. And I didn't want to go. I tried to cancel it over the phone, but she's like, well, you got to go in there. I was like, whatever. And it was best that it happened this way. It was best that it happened this way for many facets. It had a lot to do with me, and just to have the confidence in myself, and to really watch myself and understand that I am exactly who I think I am. And when I'm standing in my power, which is always, no one can contest. And it's hilarious. It's hilarious because it's not, because it's love. I'm standing in love because that's all I can do is love. And that's where I get this compassion and I look at everything petty, because it's like, if you just love the way that I feel loved, like, you wouldn't be doing this stuff. But it's a process, and you have to go through some shit to get there. And so I was like, whatever. So when my time came, it was me and somebody, and dude, it was hilarious. I walked through the little door, the little 2-foot door, and I held it open for this other person that I had an order of protection for. And at that moment, I understood that I just broke this human being. I truly broke him. And she swore us in, and I was like, whatever, yeah, I'll tell the truth. Whatever you want me to. I don't like to swear on anything, but and she was just like, well, you can just say your thing. And I was like, well, honestly, I was like, I don't even know how long this has been. I know it's been a year. It is what it is. Like, I don't even have the paperwork. I don't know. He has it right there. I see it. And I was like, but honestly, it's like, I don't see no point in it. He's not bothered me. He's done a good job for last year. It does not bother me. I was like, I just dismiss it. And it was just funny because it was sad. It was actually sad. Because I looked at him and I waved at him, but like a low wave. Just because I had nothing but compassion for the man. And because I just envisioned myself, and it just looks like a broken child. And I knew that I had dominance and power in the situation. And I knew and he knew. And as well as the judge and everybody, like they all knew. Like me and the judge were laughing with each other, and like she knew my presence when I spoke. And it's funny because I don't know what people think of me, and it's like, but when I am who I say I am. This is the light that I was scared to be, and I probably need to get pride and ego tattooed on me. Actually, I know I don't need to do it, but just to have it. It's not going to be a problem for me. It will only be it's not going to be a problem for me. Because I'm still just 99% love and all this other stuff, and I do everything for a reason, so I don't get there. But me talking, it could sound that way. It could sound haughty, but it's not. It's none of those things. It's just I am comfortable in who I am, and I can walk through this world, and I can show. And I'm not showing anyone else. I could care less. I'm showing me who I am. And every day, it's always just more and more and more. I'm standing in who I am, and I have power over grown-ass men, and it's weird, but at the same time, it's like, it's hilarious. It makes me laugh. It makes me laugh because it's like, I watch how I break human beings, and they break other human beings. Where they're the dominant ones. But in my presence, they are not. And they cannot be. Because they cannot stand in love. And I win because of love. I win because of compassion. And that love wins every time. But it only wins if it's real love. And it's not manipulation. And it's not fake. And like I said, dude, my heart was broke when I saw a grown man that looks like a little child that has been defeated and is embarrassed. And cannot say anything. And it's pitiful because I've been that child. I was that child for a very, very long time. My whole life. Well, I had zero power. I had zero dominance. I just had to listen to whatever anybody said. And I chose to do it. I chose to coward. And even though I was probably in the right as a child, I just chose to coward. And now I'm stepping into my right, my God-given gifts, who I am, and acting in love all day, every day. And know that no one can hold anything against me because I'm not putting out anything that they can use. Because I'm nothing but love. And it doesn't mean I won't make mistakes or I don't come off or my words don't sound or get misconstrued or taken a certain way. That's fine. They're meant to be exactly how you receive them, and because my words are knives, and if they hurt you, they're for a reason. And then if you're not at that point, or if you can't understand or have self reflection to understand why these words are hurting you, then it's gonna keep hurting you until you can take that time and you can understand that everything that I do is in love. When I leave you, it's love. I've told you this because I enabled the piss out of you. I want you to grow, but I knew you're not gonna grow when I'm there. because I had to allow this to hurt you. I had to allow this, the me leaving, the Cody, the one who was always there, the Cody who would always do anything for everybody, left. That's a fucking problem. It's gonna make you second guess what you've done to me to make the one who always says yes, the yes man, to leave. And it may not hit you now, but it will hit you at some point. Why is Cody gone? It's because I love you. And you ain't gonna grow while I'm still there. You know, when I look back, and I understand that, man, I understand, like, people are jealous of me, and I know this for a fact. I know some of my friends that I was with 3 weeks ago were jealous the piss out of me. And it just I just tried my best. I always try my best with them. I give them benefit of the doubt over and over and over again. They can never say that I've not. If they're honest. And I know what they've said about me. And they're getting the karma for it now. And that's fine. Because I've told them. I tell people all the time, you don't mess with me behind my back. It's not a very good choice. It's not a very good situation. Don't be jealous of me. There's nothing to be jealous of. You don't want the path that I went on. You may think you do, but you do not. You cannot handle it. Guaranteed. You think my life is roses. You think my life is amazing and fun. It is, because I can handle it. Because it was specific to me and me alone. It's not better. It's definitely not better. And it's definitely not worse. It's mine. And your life is as hard as it can be for you. So live it. Quit looking out. The grass is not greener. I've been in landscaping forever. The grass is where you water it. Where you take care of it. You nurture it. You cut it at the right height. You cut it every so many days. You fertilize it. You spend thousands of dollars on it a year. That's where the grass is greener. I laugh. Honestly, I laugh because it's so sad. I laugh. I'm always laughing. But it's because my life was so fucking bad. I had to figure out a way to get through it. So now everything I do is just laugh and joy. Because it's so funny that I've even made it here. And there's no reason. There's no reason. There's no reason to go through life literally by yourself. And be that fucking strong that you're still here. And now you're walking in love. Like, I don't know how I did it. Honestly, the only way I did it was because I never stopped. I just kept moving. Because if I would have stopped, I would have fucking broke. You know, and maybe that's a lot of what happened was I was slowing down and I got to that stopping point, and that's when I broke, and that's when I started this healing journey. Because I was like, this sucks. This sucks. This is the worst. And now I realize I'm truly alone. And now I gotta sit with myself, and I'm like, dude, this fucking sucks. Why am I so angry? No one's even here. I don't have anyone to be angry at. There's no one even in front of me. The only person I could be angry at is myself. You know, what's joy? What's love? I don't know. Let's figure this shit out, because I'm done. I'm tired of it. That's what I did. That's what I did. But court was fun today. And but it was sad. And it is sad. Because, I mean, dude, I wish I could heal people, man. Like, completely. Without their... I really don't wish that, honestly. Because they'll never really truly be healed. And I understand, like, you could look at it in two aspects where you don't want people to hurt. I don't. And I hate the shit that's happened to them growing up. All of them. Everyone. Because it's fucking difficult. And I don't really wish anything, but everything is exactly the way it's supposed to be. So evidently, my path in the future, and from now on and for the future, is to help heal people that's gone through that stuff, to help inspire, to help teach them how fire they are and how worthy they are of living, how worthy they are of learning how to love for real. And then once they can touch it and feel what real love is, man, it changes everything. But I just want to help people. And I understand, like, you know, some people, you know, I look at humans all the time and they just go, and they do not stop. And I understand why they do this. It's because I did it. And it's just like, once you stop, you really, it's kind of weird. So before I was the go, because I didn't want to stop and be with myself. Now, I don't mind being by myself when I stop. It's just boring. It's like, because I understand that there's only so much time. I want to go have fun. I want to experience everything. And even, it's just when I'm at home, it's boring. I want to be out in the world. And so, like, I'm always trying to go out into the world, whether it's sit in the lake for 3 hours or whatever. You know, like, I'm just sitting there. That's boring. But it's fun to me. I'm not moving. It's all based on perspective. But when I'm home and I'm not painting, I think it's because I create. That's why I need a separate space. Is because, like, I created a space where, like, now my bedroom is like, it's for painting, art, and sleeping. And if I can't go to sleep yet, and I can't paint, then what the hell is my bedroom for? And so it's like, it sucks when I'm home because there's nothing to do here. And even though there's infinite things to do here, but if I'm not painting, I've created these things. I created these rooms with energy. I've created these energy signatures where I step into a room that's filled with my presence and understanding what I've created in that room. You know? And, but whatever, dude. This song is fire. I heard this song, I heard this song yesterday in between meeting two human beings. And it happened at the right time because it insinuates a couple things. It's called, like, Good Samaritan or something like that. And, dude, this song makes me hype. It's, like, only a minute long. I don't know. It's very short. We're, like, in that moment, it was just, like, I've tried to be a Good Samaritan my whole life. And, whatever. It is what it is. It is what it is. You know, and I've done such a good job at forgetting what I do. I've done such a hell of a job. Like, it's hilarious to me. Actually, somebody told me I did something yesterday, a couple days ago, and I was like, dude, I totally forgot I did it. I was like, you know, that's all I said. I was like, well, I forgot, and because I did forget. But that's how I've done my life. It's like I do things and I forget them instantly because I do not want recognition. I just want to do them because I'm loved. Because that's me, and I want to freely give. I always have, and I've always freely given. It's just part of Cody, and like, what's the point if I don't? You know, and that gets me back to everything. It's like, what's the point if I don't do this? Like, if there's an option to do it, that's something that's kind and loving. Like, what's the point of not doing it? It just makes zero sense. And sometimes I'm trying to gauge it because I understand I can't just always freely give stuff either. So there's whatever, I can't implement myself in situations. Well, like I went to I was at that wreck yesterday and I was like 5 or 6 cars back and there's someone already helping them. And you can't really do anything on a wreck because you don't want to move the human beings, right? And you don't. And unless something was on fire or something. But nothing was on fire, so I was like, there's really nothing I could do, and so I just keep going. But there's situations like that where I gotta gauge myself and try and figure out what I'm supposed to do and when I'm supposed to do it. But I don't know. Today was cool, man, and court was cool, man. And like I said, dude, I was surprised at myself today. And it was cool, man. Like I said, everything is a learning lesson for yourself. And if you're aware of it, it's something to be proud of. It's something to be proud of when you show compassion or something like that. And you know that someone deserves it. No matter what other people think or say about that human being, the act of compassion can change a lot of things. The act of love, when no one else truly loves you and you've never felt love like that. And it was weird. It was me and this dude had a weird look where like I said, I gave him a low wave. And I kind of looked at him and he looked at me and I kind of just nodded. But it was kind of like a nod of, I understand what you're going through. And no matter what you think, it was more of like, I feel you, I love you, I have compassion for you. Without saying that. You know. But just a man-to-man thing of like, you know, olive branch here. You know. I get it. I get it. It is what it is. I expect nothing less. And I expect nothing more. Whatever happened, happened. Bygones be bygones. And, but it made me proud because honestly, like last week when I got the phone call to go, I was like, it kind of got in my head a little bit. And I was like, I had to bat it around because I started overthinking. And I was like, you know what? No. And I started using gratitude because some stuff is hard to get rid of, you know. So I started using gratitude and got it out. And then after that day, I haven't thought about it. I was over it, right? And I had no expectations for today. And I kept my head in no expectations other than to enjoy the moment that I was in. And that everything would work out exactly the way it's supposed to. And I believed in myself and I believed in what was going to happen in that room. It didn't matter. I had control over all of them, even the judge herself. So I knew I could handle any situation. It didn't matter. And that's just me. That's just 36 years of watching human beings and understanding how they work and control. And understanding the best way for me to proceed. And without manipulation and without tricking, but however, using love. And that conquers all. So, whatever. So when I left there, it was just like, whatever. And I came home because I had, like I said, halfway decent clothes on and my cowboy boots. And actually I went and got some food. Before I went to court, I got a wheatgrass shot and a juice or whatever. And then when I got done working, I went back to that place and got fruit and something to eat. And I ate half of it there, and then I came home, talked to a buddy for a little bit, and then went inside, got clothes, changed, put my work clothes on, and then went and painted some ceilings today. And listened to my talk probably twice, 2 or 3 times maybe today. And painted ceilings, so that's done. And I'll go back tomorrow and do a bunch of other stuff. But I just had to paint the ceiling, so that was done. And so I can focus on the other stuff. And it was cool, man. Like I said, I don't mind working because I get to listen to my talks. It's actually the only time I get to listen to my talks, truly. And so I do like the aspect of working because it gives me time to listen to my talks. And so that's something where it's like, in the future, it's going to be weird. I may at some point have to stop talking completely, or I can only talk, once or twice a week. And I'm have to spread that out because I won't be able to listen to it, especially when I step into a new job where I'm with human beings. And because when I paint, I'm listening to music, so it's like everything is delegated special to its own time. And I never think about anything like that. I never think about a plan, stuff like that. It just is, and that's just Cody. Like, things just are. I don't have to think about it. I don't have to overthink about it. I just instantly create things and stick to them because they work the best. And I've already deciphered everything I don't need. I've already pro and cons listed so quick. I understand how things are going to work and best work for me. And whatever. So then I left there, and I don't even know what I did. I think I came home for a minute, and then I took a shower because I had paint all in my face and in my hair, and I had to get that off because I look like Michael Jackson, and which is cool, to each his own. And it just wasn't a good job. It was more like freckles, so I kind of, whatever. I guess if it would have been completely white, I just would have left it. But do the Sammy Sosa. But I'm just kidding. But so I had to get all that off, and then I went and ate supper, and then I came home and laid down for a minute because I was like, dude, I'm so tired. And I'm tired now. I'm super tired, and I was, the whole time, I went into the paint store too and got a couple paints and some glitter. You don't even know. Like, when you're buying glitter, the only thing that pops in your head when you're buying glitter is stripper jokes. Like, that's all you can imagine. Like, just, I'm getting glitter just because I'm doing a painting for somebody. And I think glitter is going to help me in this painting in an aspect that of it. I'm still trying to figure out when I'm going to paint it. I was going to try to do it today, but I'm not. It's probably not going to take me very long, and so I just want to give myself a couple days to think about it subconsciously, so that when I do create it, it could just flow through me and it's already prepared the best possible way. And so I did buy stripper glitter. And I'm going to be very careful not to get it in my truck because that stuff will be there for eternity. That's why you can't go to strip club once you get married, because that glitter never comes out, man. It's everywhere, bro. It's everywhere. All over the place. And everybody loves glitter. However, we don't like where it comes from. Well, the other half doesn't, for sure. I don't like strip clubs anyway. They're not worth the money at all. But the idea and concept is cool. And breakfast buffet. I always joke to people, because I think back in the day, like before we was 18, like we heard of, like, you know, they would have like buffets at the strip clubs. I was like, dude, that's like, how can you pass on a breakfast buffet at a strip club? Like, there's no way. Like, there's nothing better than pancakes and titties. And this is for entertainment purposes and 18 and over. And we're all adults here. And but really, like, at the end of the day, what's better than pancakes and titties? Nothing. Like, you cannot pass up on that. And you just have to go. But I don't know, whatever. But yeah, so I'm just kind of getting psyched in my head, and I asked him for a song, if he had his favorite song or something that's gonna help me kind of channel him, and get connected to him. And if not, I found a song that's kind of repeated over the last couple of days that I'm probably gonna listen to. I think it's called like 30,000 Feet. So I'm probably gonna use that song. For some reason, it's sticking to me. I have an intuition about it. So I'm probably going to paint to that song the painting that she wanted. I'm just trying to figure out the best way to do it, and to get the result that I want. And so I'm trying to, it sucks because I don't mind it, but I'm having to try and pick out these color scheme, and I want to make sure it's right. For the situation at hand, and I think I'm gonna go big with it. I think I'm gonna go extreme with it for a reason, and I'm doing it on canvas, so I'm doing it smaller, and it's gonna take me a second to like program myself back into the mindset of a little canvas. And what I want to do, try and plan this one out actually in my subconscious, so it just flows out of me. So when I'm in the act of doing it, it's not so much planning as it is still just connecting to energy and allowing it to happen itself. But because I understand that I am just a vessel, then I understand that a lot of times, even though I have complete trust in me and my purpose and what I'm doing, I understand that I'm collecting from everywhere. I'm all things, and I am just presenting what is needed, and whatever happens, happens, and whatever happens and is produced is perfect. And just to continue to be humble enough to understand that concept, that I'm not trying to force my ideas or my understanding of time, because when you do something, it's done on a scale of time, and whatever happens, happens. And it's kind of confusing to say, other than when you're going with your flow, you're standing in power. When you're just doing, when you're just existing, when you're just being, you're standing in your power. When you're just being yourself, you're not thinking really. You're just saying what's on your mind, and you're just doing it with the baseline of love. That's when you're standing on your power. And when you try and force things because based on random expectations that you think should or should not happen, that's when you're not standing in power. That's when you're forcing things. And if you force things, you will lose. Force never works out. And power versus force. I've not even read the book. I just scanned it one day. And you know what's crazy is, like I said, during this journey, what was so crazy, this journey, is like I would give myself so much time, and I would be thinking all the time, and then I would think about new concepts, and they would just come up in my brain, and I would think of them out, and they would just sound true to me, and I would accept them. And then like the following day, 2 days, 3 days later, I would read a book, I would see something that would just confirmation bias, I guess. However, it was thoughts that I deemed to be true on my own, and then a movie quote would say it, or I would read a book, or I would see something, and they would be like, yeah, this is what we found as well. And it would just kind of help me kind of strap onto the idea of what I am, and it's been a year of that, and me trusting myself, and then me acting out. God, those lights are bright, dude. Me acting out everything, and like the scientific method, getting the results over and over again. So it is what it is, man, and it's fun, it's cool. I'll probably be back in a second, maybe. But yeah, man, I don't know. I'm super tired though. So I gotta get some work done, and then I gotta do an art show Monday and Tuesday, and which is cool. It is what it is. Oh, dude was supposed to call me tonight, but he didn't. We'll kind of see what happens there, because Cody is a love bomb, and time's a ticking. So when I enter places, like, sometimes there's a delay in actions that happen, and forces that come into play. People deal with their own repercussions in the world that they create, and it's funny to me. Not really. It's not funny to me, but it's just, you get what you give, and that's so true for everyone. And so that's what I say. I just say to start be aware of what you do. Quit talking about people, at least, and negatively at least, and at least see them with compassion. But in order to do that, is you have to give yourself time first, and you got to have compassion for yourself. Because if you don't have compassion for yourself, you cannot have compassion for the rest of the world. And you could have a sense of it, however, you never really truly be able to implement it until you have compassion for yourself and you can forgive yourself. And once you do it once, like once you get over that stuff, like you're done. Like that's what's so cool about this journey. It's like once you beat something, you don't have to face it again. You may face a different aspect, something close or similar to, but once you've already outlined it once, whatever. I'm back. Took me a second. That dude, right when I said that dude, that hasn't called me instantly called me. This is my life. This is why I love it. Never ceases to amaze me, man. And I ended up talking to him for I don't know how long. And yeah, it'll be cool couple days, man. Who knows what's gonna go on? Plus, I get to meet Tim Yankee, and which is an artist. Everything is perfect, man. Like, life is so fun. Life is so exciting. I told him how many paintings I had. He's like, dude, I didn't know. I was like, yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. Dude, that's what I said. It's like, I understand that I'm very secretive, but I'm not secretive. I just do my thing. Like, I just stay in my lane, and that's just Cody, man. It's just always been me, because there's never been anyone beside me, you know? And it's not an easy way to live, but it's cool because it doesn't make me codependent on people. Even though sometimes in the past, or like a relationship, maybe I would get codependent real quick, because and maybe that was me. I would give 100% to them when I shouldn't anymore, and I'm understanding that because I'm giving 100% to myself, and I know I gotta hold back, and I can't because I don't have time, and I gotta keep that separation of time in relationships. Understand that I can only give what I am given, and that's the right way to live. Because if you don't set boundaries and you don't set limits and you overgive, it's just not going to work out, because it's going to be that balance is gone. You know, that's why everything that I have, all my art, is always the yin and the yang, the scales, because that's what life is about in every situation, whether it's with yourself or whether it's with another human being. Everything is about balance, and that is where that's where the greatness happens, in that balance. Because then you can get max potential from both people. If one's overgiving, then one's going to be undergiving. If one's undergiving, then the other one's going to be overgiving. It's not going to work out. You cannot grow from that. You have to be side to side, hand to hand, step to step, three-legged race, Bonnie to the Clyde. You know, like, you have to have the same mindset. You have to have the same goals. You have to have the same focus. Yes, you can have different ideas, because that's what makes you the best, by co-creating together and figuring out the best way for both of y'all to succeed. And some have different experiences, and the other person has different experiences. Some is smarter in other things, and the other one has to be humble enough to accept it and allow the other person to lead in situations that they should be able to lead in. And then the other human should be able to should lead when he's capable of leading, or vice versa, or him or her. It doesn't matter. In any relationship, really, it doesn't matter. Male, female, male and female, it doesn't matter. You got to have two equal parts that have each other's best interests at heart. And that's what I'm looking for in a partner. That's what I'm looking for in all partners, in all relationships. Because anything less than that is not good enough for me. Because I am looking to grow. I'm a grower, not a shower. I've always been this way. That's me. I want to grow. I don't care about showing anything. There's no point in showing. It's just a showboat. Like, who cares? It's just a boat. It floats. I shoot a hole in it, it's still going to sink like everybody else. But a grower just constantly growing, getting bigger and bigger and bigger. New levels. That's me. It's what I want to do. Because once I become stagnant, what's the point? You know, life is a journey. It means it cannot be stagnant. It means you have to be moving forward every single day. Yes, some days you may not feel like you're growing that much. But as long as you're doing your part and your mindset's where it's at, you'll constantly be growing, even if it's a little. Even if you learn. Someone sent me a video the other day about how to an idea how to find the holes in the back of a picture frame. And I was like, dude, appreciate it, dude. That's genius. I've been doing this for 25 years, and that's a brilliant idea. You know, I get my measuring tape out and just, do my little tricks. And but this is even better trick. Like, this is fire. And it's like, thank you. Like, I have to be humble enough to understand that there's still awesome ideas, and that moon is bright, bro. I'm tired. I may go swimming. Jump in that cold ass water. But yeah, you can never not. You have to be humble enough to accept new ideas always, man. And it's whatever though. But it is funny, dude. Like, he called me instantly right after I said it. Right after I said it. And that's how it works. That's how your mouth works. That's how power works. So you have to be very specific on what you say. Because you don't know what the power of your tongue is, you know. And then as you grow in yourself and you become more confident and you start seeing things manifest in front of you, when you start seeing things come to fruition in front of you, when you speak them, you have to be very specific at what you're creating, because what you speak is a vibration that you're creating and making it real. Like, everything tomorrow is going to be awesome, amazing. And I think I'm going to my restaurant tomorrow, so I'm excited about that because it's going to be perfect. I haven't seen those people in a while, and I love it. And I love them. They're my favorite people, and they're cool. And we'll see what happens tomorrow. I'm excited. It's been a while, and whatever, man. This song is cool. Life is cool. You know, I told him that I got some prints coming, and I'm excited about that. And just my art, man. And I really love it. And dude, what's so crazy is, like, I can paint so much, I don't even know what I have. I do. I know exactly what I have, but I just forget it because it's like every day is a new experience. Every painting's tied to a day. Every painting is tied to a talk. Everything I'm doing, the totality of it is outrageously crazy. And it's brilliant. And everything has its own day. Everything has its own time. Everything has its own purpose. Everything has its own lessons. Everything has its own talk. Everything has its own song. No one's done what I've done. I am the first. I knew I was going to be the first of a lot of things when I was little. I knew. I was just afraid because I didn't have anyone back me up. I wasn't able to. I was in a cage, like the little shadow painting of a monster that was tied up, and then a girl with the sword freeing him. That's me. That's me, and I'm waiting to be freed. And maybe tomorrow I'll be free. I don't know. Hopefully. And because that's it. It's me. I'm the cage monster. Everyone sees me as a monster. But I'm the friendly monster. I'm like Barney, bruh. I'm like Barney, just I love yous and stuff. Looking goofy as hell. Having fun. Always got that grin on my face. Foot out the window. Just going through life laughing. Having fun with everyone. Making everyone laugh, you know. And I look back at school and I'm like, I don't ever remember seeing myself as a class clown, because I wasn't. Because I don't know what I was. I was just me. Everyone, I was friends with every group. Like I said, I didn't let any bullies mess with anyone. I didn't let anyone have shenanigans. I didn't care who you were, how big you were. It didn't matter. I always had power. And I look back at my life and I understand, like, I had it back then where I could control the room. I had it back then where I would say something and everyone would do this. No one tried to pick on me or anything like that, and I just didn't understand it. I don't know, maybe they just saw the anger in me. They knew I would snap the piss out of them if they did it, and or they didn't want to make me mad. But I don't know, man. I'm just learning so much about me, and it's so fun. Like, I just want everyone to learn about themselves. I want everyone to spend time with themselves. I want everyone to be laughing with themselves. I want everyone. I just imagine right now, dude, like this freaking I live on a field, and so I can just imagine this field just filled with cars. Just boom, just like, look like a damn movie, like a drive-in movie theater, but it's just filled with cars. Cars everywhere, and every single car was filled with one person, and they had their phone right there, and everyone was just giving themselves time, laughing like I am, foot out the window, in the moonlight, just giving themselves time and just learning about themselves and loving themselves and becoming more confident every single day. And I can just picture this. All these people in all these neighborhoods sitting out in their car, out in the weather, windows down in their safe spot. Because I think a lot of people, safety and security is in their vehicle. And it's cool because, especially men, but I think women as well now too. And I just not as close to women, so I'm not a woman. I don't know what they think. And but as I watch women and I watch in their dancing, they're singing, they're in their cars are packed with stuff, the cars are clean, it doesn't matter. But that's like their little thing, and they're proud of it. They keep it clean. They got the car wash little ticket, and go get free car washes every month or whatever. Like, they keep it clean. They're proud of it, you know. And that's their safety. That's their spot. They get to listen to music. They can cry. You know, everyone goes to their car for like that special spot. And so it's like, that's why I connect to my truck, because my truck has been part of my safety and security since I was little. You know, my first truck, you know, I spent a ton of money on. I lifted it. I had tires. I got a paint job, true fire paint job on it. Like, I was proud of that baby, you know. And I got that Batman symbol. I bought that way back then, and I still have it on my F-250 now. And I just move it to every truck that I get, because, you know, Batman for me, like, I bought that when I was young. I bought that when I was like 16, 17 years old. And it's just me. I've always been Batman. I've just been infatuated with the justice system that he implemented. And he's actually crazy, and he's a psychopath. However, his form of justice is a child's broken justice. Like, it's a child that was broken, and he's an adult, and he's just going for vengeance, and he understands that he's filled with hate, yet he's trying to use it for good, even though it's not complete good, because he's hurting other human beings. There's another way to do it with love, but he understands that he's not capable of that, and therefore he does what he can to justify in his own head his justice system that he is implementing based on the gifts that he is given, which is money and heart, determination and heart, and just mostly just heart, and understanding that you know, he's there to defend the innocent, because he hates injustice, and he's just not thought it all the way through, understanding that now he's causing injustice on other people. But it is what it is, and it's just a show, maybe. It's just a show, but it has ideas in it. And it's almost like the last Batman movie was the greatest movie I've ever seen. I haven't watched many movies since then. But when I watched that movie, it was more such a psychology concept, however, and then time was real crazy in that movie. Where it just kind of implemented and showed, like, they had old cars in it, but at the same time, the rest of the world, the rest of the city was up to date. And yet the movie that was in focus, the story in focus, was set in the back in the old times. But what it was saying was just that crime and injustices have always been the same through time. It never changes. It doesn't matter if we get new fancy cars or guns or any of this. It doesn't matter. Crime, evil, punishment, death, all that stuff is going through time exactly the same. It's never shifted. It's always been the same. It's because it's human desires. It's human pride. It's human ego. It's human strive for power. It's humans going after pleasure and only focusing on themselves and pleasure and what they can do in the time that they're here, and not worrying about other people. And it's mostly because they're just running from themselves, and they're running from their past traumas. And it's just a way to cope. They're all just coping mechanisms. Stay high, stay horny, stay whatever. Like, that's the point. And stay in those pleasure-blocking, dopamine, flourishing, euphoric moments to cover up the fact that your life before was so broken and jacked up, when all you have to do is fix those things, look at them again, reevaluate them, see them from a higher perspective, understand and learn your lesson, and then every moment in life can be euphoric. And you don't have to harm yourself in the process. You don't have to be running from yourself anymore, because you can love yourself. You can give yourself time. And that's what I come to find is true. And understand, because I did the process, even though I didn't even know the process that I was doing. I was just doing. And these are the results that came through it, which means everything happened exactly the way it was supposed to, so I could be the human that I am. And so hopefully I can inspire and teach others the same thing. But yeah, that movie was crazy. And then what was so crazy too was at the end, a Joker thought that Batman and him were going to be best friends, because their concepts are exactly the same. It just depends on the perspective, who's doing what, who's doing good and who's doing bad. And Batman actually, I think he understood that he actually understood Joker because they were mirrors of each other. They're exact mirrors. The only thing is one's on this side and one's on the other. And depending on the perspective, who's really right. And the Joker is white, light, friendly, laughing, fun. And then the Bat is dark. And so then again, it's the balance of power there. It's the duality. It's the yin and the yang. And where ultimately, for me, I brought both of those together. I brought the dark and the light together, and it created another version of me, which is the third version. Boom. And then the same thing with my counterpart. It's going to be the same thing. Where we're going to balance each other out based on my problems and her problems, and I'll balance her problems out, and she'll balance my problems out. She's going to teach me my stuff that I need to know, and I'm going to teach her stuff that she needs to know. Boom. It's like we're equal counterparts, and we both have strengths and we both have weaknesses, but we counter each other. And as long as we trust each other and give each other time and are honest and communicate, then it's like nothing can stop us, and nothing can stop me. So whoever's with me, like, we're good, because she's going to be the same as I am. Maybe not at first, but as time goes, and she's better than me in a lot of other stuff. And so, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, she's probably going to be better in the world than I am, because I'm so brash and I'm just so straightforward and honest. Even though I don't understand my delivery system, I'm just me. And even though it's encapsulated with love, it doesn't mean that it comes out as that. Because people don't know in my intent. They can feel my energy and they understand that I am love and I'm loving them and engulfing them in love in my presence. But they don't understand it because it's something they never felt. And it's something that some people run from, and you should, because it's scary. It's scary to be loved. It's scary to understand that you're great. It's scary. And it's scary your true potential. And but whatever, dude. Today was fire, and this talk is fire. This song is fire. This song makes me happy. When I heard it, I was like, there's no way. There's no way. Like, music is so beautiful. And it's just like, it's so great because it's always a different human being. It's always different human beings. It's always a different idea that came from somebody else's soul, somebody else's heart. And they created it and gave it and shared it to the world, man. And it's beautiful, man. Life is beautiful. I may dance tonight. I don't know what time it is. 9/11, obviously. And I don't know, dude. Because I'm just hyped. I'm as tired as I am. Like, and the moon is almost full. It's like, why would I not dance? Why not? Why not enjoy life, even when you're tired? Because you're never gonna get this moment again. The moon's never gonna be exactly where it is. I'm never gonna get done with this talk. I'm never gonna be listening to the same songs. Like, you have to seize the moment. Carpe diem, or whatever the crap that means. I'm just assuming that's what it means. I don't know, to be honest with you, but then again, I do know. So, I don't know, man. Today was a beautiful day. It was so funny, dude. Like, just to me, it was funny and sad at the same time to watch human beings just be so Tom Petty. And to really, like, whatever, these are order of protection. So, like, these are situations where, like, things could be serious, where someone could overstep the boundaries of a human and take another life or hurt somebody physically or anything like that. And they could be real dangerous situations. And but to understand that ultimately, it's just sad. Like, I listened to one of them, and the woman lost a kid this year. And so it's like, boom, that came out like halfway at the end of the freaking testimonies. And I'm like, that shit should come up in the beginning, because there's no telling what that woman's going through if she lost a kid. And so that could say, boom, and her mental state may not be where it is. And even if she's saying she's fine and she's not depressed, it doesn't matter. I understand the loss of somebody is devastating, and it messes with you. It messes with you. It doesn't matter. You can hide it, and you hiding it still messes with you. It still hides. And it still dictates things that you don't even understand it's dictating. And it's very... we don't know we do know that the mind is powerful. And so we don't understand subconsciously how powerful the mind really is, because a lot of these things we don't pick up, but it could do a lot of things to you. I mean, it adds stress. Could you have done better? Could you have saved them? Could you have done this? Like what ifs. Like, and that just weighs on you, man. And it's like, and then you can't, then maybe you can't even look at your husband because they remind you of the kid that you lost. And it's like, boom, dude. And it's a huge cycle. And you're subconsciously not even understanding that when you look at your husband, you're just pissed off at him. But it's just because you're sad every time you see him, because you start to think about his son, and you feel the loss of your son when you see your husband or your wife or whatever. And it's rough, man. Like I said, life is rough, but I feel like I can help tons of people. I just need to be able to sit with them. I need to hear their story so they can hear it. And then I can just kind of help ease them through the understanding of how they can reshape it. And I know it's not easy, because the hard part is speaking. But once you speak, it gets easier. Once you allow the things that are bottled up inside of you to come out, whether you tell me or you sit in your vehicle and you tell the air, you just speak it out into existence. Once you speak it out, you're lighter. It's gone. And it's not gone forever. But that one sentence that you allowed to come out is gone. And the more time that you just keep speaking a bunch of random crap, ways you feel, ideas that were in your head, and you can make them real, they're gone from you. And you become free, and your mind becomes to slow down. So you're not overthinking, you're not creating these stories anymore, because you can just speak them out, and then they're gone forever. And then you can look at them, when you make them real and speak them out, then you have to look at them. You have to look at them, and you have to go, wait a minute, that story's not right, that's not right, I don't want that back in my brain. And you knock stuff out. But you have to speak it out and make it real. I mean, if you're an overthinker, you got to talk. Because what are you doing? If you're overthinking, you're not talking. And if you're not talking, then you're not creating and making it real. You're not seeing it. You're not making it tangible. Therefore, you cannot find out the answer. Because you're keeping it locked up in a box inside your head. You're not allowing it to come out. So there's just stories, hundreds and thousands of stories that's going around and swirling around in a chaotic tornado. But you got to take one of those little sentences and throw it out into the world and get rid of it. And then another one, then another one, then another one, then another one, another. Next thing you know, your brain's empty. And then you can think. Then you can truly think without all these other distractions that you created for yourself. And like I said, even when I got the call last week, I got to go to court this week. For a little bit of time there, I started overthinking, but then I just started using gratitude and appreciation, and saying I'm appreciative of this, and thank you, and thank you, and thank you for all this. Thank you for my art. Thank you for my time. Thank you for love. Thank you for food. Thank you for water. Thank you for my muse. Thank you for all of it. And then it just kicked all that stuff out of my head, and I quit thinking about it. And that's what I'm saying. Gratitude is fire, man. Gratitude is literal fire, and it burns everything else away. It really is. Be a good Samaritan. Help people. Love people. The more you love people, people will love you. You get what you give. And just give yourself time. And have compassion. But have compassion for yourself first. And understand that everything in the past that's happened to you or that you have done is perfect. There's nothing you can do about it now. Accept what you've done. Right the wrongs if you need to right them. Don't do those things again. And understand that the repercussions are real. And once you understand that, you can choose today to not do those acts again, or to do less acts that have negative repercussions on other people. And you can just grow in that every single day. And just forgive yourself. Have compassion. And then once you do that, you can look at your mom, you can look at your dad, you can look at your brother, you can look at this dude, you can look at that dude, you can look at her. And understand that everything she's doing is based on her previous experience. Any act that she creates or he creates or chooses to do, they think it's the right choice. Based on the way that they were programmed And their life experience is programmed to get whatever result that they want, or they think is the best answer for themselves. And have compassion for it. And know really they weren't thinking about you when they did it. They were thinking about themselves and how they can get to the next day. Because they're broken too. They're broken too. But I don't know, man. I don't know. The day was perfect, man. No painting and everything, and it was perfect. Tomorrow will be even better. Who knows what's going to happen. I got to be on call in the morning a little bit. And, probably need to write a bill in the morning, honestly. Just get that over with. Well, after this weekend for sure. Might as well. But, I don't know, man. Today was cool. Today was perfect. I can't wait till tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be awesome. Tomorrow's going to be the best day of my life. Because and everything's going to work out exactly the way it's supposed to. And have fun. Live life. I love y'all. Holla. Peace.
Protect my energy from your bad aura. Now my pastor say I be my healer, everything I desire. I go receive my rhythm, flow like a river. If you get your back, come on, go and sit down. I go just para, come on my jigger. I go just stay, follow my dreams. I'm feeling fine, so vibes. Ticking dynamite.